we are prepping the little Toyota 4-track or quad-track, and when I was going through the bits I noticed this. Where is it? One tube of grease. So that said to me, is there enough grease inside? And it's just about non-existent. I can't even see any. You know, if it was put on, it was minimalist. So it shows. It pays to take apart sometimes and have a look. I'm also going to have a look, see if I've got another pinion, because it's got the alloy pinion and I don't like them. So let's get some grease on this. I hope you can see that. That's how I think they should be greased. They're not over greased, but they're well covered. But you can clearly see them now. So we've got the grease on them. Let's get it all back together and find a pinion. I got lucky. I had one 18-tooth steel pinion. As you can see, it all lines up, so that should be perfect. Let's get that in and give it a test. Finally, which should have been a 15-minute job to get it running, I've got it back together. It is now nicely greased, and I quite happily replaced that pinion. But even though it's not been put together badly, I will give it that. There was a screw missing in the gearbox case, and he's got a fixation with using, I don't know if you can see that on the plastic properly. See all the scratching? He's used heavy grade sandpaper to remove little nubs and not remove the nub at all. Look. I tell you, there's some people out there who build basically oaks. Look at the scratch on the case. But he was trying to remove a nub, which is part of the thing. You know what I mean? It's this is always going to be the problem of buying from somebody else who's built. You know. Lucky the track units seem all right, but we've still got this heavy. It's one thing using a file or something, but a little needle file, but that's really, really, really rough sandpaper, you can see. Yeah, oh well. Let's get the electrics in and see if we can get this running on the carpet. Oh, I have changed one thing though. Left over from my mini dump truck, where it had the mini bumper on this, I put the mini orange one on to go with the body. It's sitting there, so I might as well change it for a last. A little personal touch we put on it. So let's see if we can get this to turn over now. I'm going to be putting all the servo in because there's a washer missing from one of the servo mounts. Already spotted that where it should have one. So let's get going. At last, it's alive. The steering, even with a 30 kg, is really bending the chassis, so I'll probably get the metal posts and put a plate on the back because I think it needs it. Just make it a bit more rigid. But it goes okay. So let's get the body on and see what it looks like with that. And just take it up the garden path. It does do a wheelie, Dirk. Sorry, only a short test today, but I wanted to, well, I had to go over it and it took way longer than I was expected. So hopefully I can get out with it early tomorrow and try it. I have to admit, steering is a little bit limited, but no surprise. And I've got it set to as max as possible. and it needs a pretty good servo to hold it in place. So the 30 kilos not bad, but I think it's going to need some bracing on it somehow. We'll look into that. There's got to be a way of doing it, even if it's like with a 3D printed plastic part and some countersunks, just to make it that bit more durable, and with some metal posts might be better. So really pleased with it. It's a lot of fun, but like I said, who cleans up plastic with heavy grade sandpaper and scuffs the crap out of the plastic? That's so annoying. Just a little thing like that. You know, use side cutters and a knife carefully and trim it gently. But I hope you like the first little test and setup.